a family a few years ago that engaged me just for the purpose of helping them think through and help them design their estate plan so that it could then go to the lawyer, and the lawyer would make much more efficient use of their time in drafting the documents. And then, of course, I would review the documents and make sure they said everything they were supposed to say. And in this particular case, the client family had a really unfortunate situation in that they had a son and a daughter, and the son was in the grips of a substance abuse situation, addiction. And the daughter, on the other hand, was very successful in her career. She was in wealth management. She was engaged to a gentleman who was also in wealth management. So she was financially very sophisticated and very responsible. And the son clearly was in the midst of his addiction and didn't have the capacity to be financially responsible. And what these clients first said to me is, well, we want to set up a trust for our son, of course. We'd like our daughter to be the trustee, and our daughter's share, of course, we'll give to her outright because she's financially successful and responsible. And I said, you are creating a situation where your children as siblings will never talk to each other again, because the son will resent his sister for controlling his purse strings. Your son will resent you because you put his share in trust and you gave her share outright. I said, why don't you create separate trusts for each of them and give your trustees full discretion, meaning that there's no responsibility to pay out, and in that way they're being treated equally. And then as circumstances dictate, you need to have an independent trustee who's not your daughter, who's maybe your financial advisor or your lawyer or your wealth manager or a close family friend or whomever it is, but have the trustee make decisions about whether distributions are appropriate in given circumstances. And so when it comes to treating your kids or your grandkids differently, my thought that I'd like to leave you with is fair doesn't always mean equal, and equal doesn't always mean equitable. So just because you want to treat your kids fairly, if circumstances dictate otherwise, then be equitable about it. And sit your kids down while you're alive and have those difficult conversations about why you did what you did. Because the last thing you want is after you're gone for your kids to say, my mom never trusted me, or my dad never trusted me. And another example, I once worked with a family where the parents set up a trust, and I think it stayed in trust for the kids' almost entire lifetime, and at age 70, the trust paid out. Because they figured, well, at that point, they can't do too much damage. But what message did that send to the kids? My parents never trusted me.
Or liked you.
Or liked me. So sit down, have those difficult conversations in your personal voice. Give them the opportunity to ask you questions now. Because, let's face it, while you're alive, you're the referee. After you're gone, the referee's gone, and all bets are off. And nobody wants to see that movie.